you've been challenged physically in many roles. You were certainly wet in Titanic. You got wet here a lot in this film.
Right.
Cold? Was it similar?
We had giant wind machines. We had elements being thrown at Mark Ruffalo and myself while we had to simultaneously talk about the case that was going on and spout out, 3 pages of dialogue. It was very, very difficult at times. But, just like the character, we had to sort of persevere in finding out, what was really going on Shutter Island. And it just made us more committed and more focused. And we had to talk through the wind machines, the rain machines, the rats being thrown at us.
Yeah, tell me about the real. A lot of times you look at it and you go, is that real? Is that not real?
Right.
The rats.
Hey, what is real on Shutter Island? Nobody knows, right?
What was it like filming there at that location?
We shot in an abandoned mental ward in Massachusetts, and it had sort of eroded and degraded, and it certainly gave a texture to the movie that wouldn't have been available had we just created it. It was everywhere. It was prevalent throughout the course of making this movie, and it becomes its own character. This island and this mental ward becomes its own sort of entity in this movie.
You're close with your mom. Has she seen this film?
No, she hasn't, not yet.
Oh. Do you embrace her at all? Tell her, prepare for this?
I just want to throw her in there and see what she thinks, because a lot of people, when they see this movie, I think will come into the experience with a certain understanding of what they're going to see, but I don't think it's anything like what they're going to expect, and that's a good thing. And I think it's also one of those movies, like every great Martin Scorsese movies, that you're going to have to see a few times to really understand all the different dynamics of what's going on. And that, to me, is the type of movie that I love. That's the type of movie I like to see. You
get a chance to speak German in this. Is that
That's
right.
a
first?
That's true. That is a first.
That is a first.
It also helps when you know a little of that language before you even sign on to the project.
Did?
Yeah, my mother's from Germany, so I got to speak a little German in this movie, and it was great because I didn't have to go off for 3 weeks and learn entire new languages. I got a little advantage in that one.
You guys have worked together 4 times.
Right.
At some point I want to say, are you hogging Marty Scorsese from everybody? But is it what is the bond that you guys have? Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's truly just a trust thing at this point. We've gotten to work together on 4 films now. I've been very fortunate to work with a master filmmaker on 4 movies in a row, and thankfully he's had a role for me in each one of these movies. Right. But we do have similar tastes. We definitely know what we don't like to do, and by knowing what we don't like, we're able to explore what we do want to do on screen. And we also, I think, I can certainly say we're both equally committed to making the best possible movie we can make, and we know that about each other. We know there's sort of no place we won't go or nothing we won't do to try to make an unforgettable movie.
So on a very lighthearted note, these lists come out, most sexy and most whatever.
Oh, I see.
You find yourself on all these lists and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Is it kind of an honor? You look at it and you go, well, thank you very much, or you just go,
yeah, it is an honor. It's cool. Who wouldn't like that kind of thing?